Well, welcome to my Halloween extravaganza here. As I'm all lit up, I can sort of give you the guided tour here. Our pumpkin-headed guide demon. What else do we got here? We got these nice little fucking dollar store lights, and we got this. Got the skeleton guy over here. Got the big boo thing up there. Got this specter standing out here in the dark. A little bit of everything this year going back around here. Yep. A dizzying tour. As we get closer here, we set the security light on. You can see I got all these fucking weird things here. And our tourist hanging out by the thing. Go over here. Yeah, that's actually a real bug up in the light. This guy I never have any luck with. He sort of just fucking falls over all the time. Yeah, let me go up on my garage here. Some acquisitions I have. Back them up. Zoom in. Got a werewolf. Oh, I worked the damn thing. We got a werewolf hanging from my garage. And over there we got a pumpkin-headed demon. All the finest here. We get out here. This guy didn't fare too well. Oops, faded out. Get him back. Go back a little bit, maybe you can see him. Yeah, this really fucks people up when they drive by. But then that's where it's all at. Little panoramic view there. Wander back over. Yeah, see the big bug up on the security light? You can also see it's a sort of Halloween quarter moon. As we wander back into the depths here. Over here, where our lights are, we got ghouls climbing in the fucking window and shit. Move back a little bit here. Oops. Zoom back. Our 70s pumpkins. Ghouls climbing in the window. Let me just set that there a bit more, I don't know, more light on the subject, shall we say. Trying to do that ambiance thing there. But yeah, you get the general idea. We got Frankenstein by the mailbox. We got the Evil Dead guy still. The Hounds of Hell, they're there. A little bit of everything. But now let me get back on this, and we'll get into this chair here, because you're not going to believe what I'm doing. Yeah, happy whole month of Halloween. Yes, I dressed up for the occasion. So the question was, and still is, what am I going to do for Halloween? I mean, I've done this for how many years? How many Halloweens have we done? And, you know, the odd part is sometimes I wonder if Halloween's going by the wayside. You know, from what I grew up with and what they have now, it's a million fucking light years away. Because I still remember the smell of those Halloween costumes, which was probably not flame retardant at all back then. And my first big Halloween costume, I guess I was Felix the Cat. Had a picture of that once. But anyway, you know, the whole thing is, it wasn't so many years ago you could let your kids go out trick-or-treating with not worrying about what happens to them. Not so much now. So much has changed. I mean, I've been up here close to 15 years. First year I moved here, I figured, all right, let me buy a 10-pound bag of candy because I didn't know what to expect. Well, no one showed up. I guess they all do this, you know, somewhere in the center of town or away from the main drag. So Yeah, I ate 10 pounds of fucking candy over a period of a couple of weeks. But, it isn't what, it used to be, and it just seems to be, they commercialize it and all that, which is good. You get all this good shit you buy in the stores, which a lot of good shit I get at, yard sales and things. But, here we go, wondering, if this is just going to be one of those holidays that just fades from memory. And, I can just remember back to better days and Halloween parties, and which they probably still exist. I'm sort of like in a little bit of fucking vacuum where I am, so I don't know what goes on. So, yeah, I just like to keep it alive. But as of what I'm going to do, well, fellow named Bob sent me a thing. He goes, why don't you talk about films that played on 42nd Street on Halloween? And he actually sent me a timetable, which goes from 78 till up until, I think, 90 maybe. And it's got some halfway decent shit in there. I got to weed it out, and I'll use that as something to do. But I was also thinking, a lot of us are older or my age or whatever, what about the stuff that actually brought us here before there was all this explicit horror and, crazy shit going on? The shit that basically you had a sort of limited budget to work with and you had to do something with it. And I'm not talking about Corman and people like that. I'm talking about maybe the 40s, the Universal horror stuff, sort of like their Poverty Row stuff, or even some of the classics that, haven't been really, we really never talked about that, in general. But that's sort of what brought us to the dance and how that progressed. So I'm thinking of doing something with that. Everything else you can just rewind, do the wonders of fucking YouTube, because I'm sure it's still out there. I mean, like I said, this is going on, I'm thinking 4 years, something like that. So it is what it is. But let's make the Halloween season fucking cool again, because this is my Christmas as far as I'm concerned. Decking out the whole place like this that I just did, actually, when I'm doing this, it's like September 29th, I think, or something. So, just decking it out like this and, making it work, and having the neighbors look at me like, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy's all fucked up. But anyway, happy pre-Halloween sequence, and we will catch up with you as soon as we can figure out what the fuck we're going to do. So it's going to start on October 1st, whatever I'm going to do. And until then, we'll throw some other weird shit in. So until next episode, thanks for subscribing, thanks for tuning in. Above all, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.